Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Beaky, and let's talk the Concord situation from a different aspect. Yes, the game is delisted. Sony's taking it away from sale on September 6th. If you have it on PC or on PlayStation 5, you could go ahead and get yourself a refund. You've all seen the tweets, the memes. We've all seen people talk about the characters and all that other stuff about it. But I'm a small YouTuber and I want to talk about another aspect of what Sony has done here outside of that. But there is one point with these refunds I do need to point out. As somebody who has actually ran a physical mom and shop retail location that sold pre-owned and new games, I have a very good understanding of how this stuff works. And as many of you guys know, like GameStop, Walmart, Target, some of these companies have different policies when it comes to returning new and used games. So let's talk about Sony saying, okay, PlayStation, PC, you get a refund, but retail location refer to the store policy. How about you, Sony, tell these retail locations like, hey, we're going to give you guys back your cut of it, but yeah, please give our customers back, because a lot of retail locations, once you open a brand new game, crack that seal open, you can't return that back for your cash or your credit to your credit card. At best, some locations will give you back store credit, and some places just won't allow you to return the game at all. And every store has their own policy on this stuff. It has to be defective or some other thing might happen. But if you're buying a brand new physical multiplayer game in 2024 right now, this is just something you got to take into consideration, that you might not be able to play this game ever again, and this disc literally will become valueless. So all those thousands of discs, I'm just saying thousands because this game didn't sell that much, that were printed are now basically all e-waste, because until the game gets re-released or go free to play, you ain't doing nothing with it. Now let's get on to the other aspect of this little small video here, guys. It is reported this game costs between $50 to $200 million. Who the hell knows? It doesn't matter the overall big number. Let's just look at that $50 million. Sony in the past had other multiplayer exclusive games for their consoles. And I'm going to take this way back. Sony's here trying to chase trends of Overwatch, Paladins, these hero shooters. Why are they not adapting on games that they've put out in the past themselves? Let's talk about a classic game that had a unique multiplayer style that I personally and all my friends, literally 5 of us, came together playing this game together on and off on different teams. God of War Ascension. And I'm going to talk about another one too, Last of Us multiplayer. Let's talk about God of War first. God of War Ascension was a God of War game back in the day that had multiplayer. I know many of you guys probably never actually played the multiplayer of this, but it was a unique take on a third-person multiplayer arena fighter. It was cool. The characters could look different. You could sell cosmetic. They could have brought this back for $40 and not have to spend millions and millions of dollars. Probably the fraction of the budget they spent on Concord over these years could have went to something like this, and this would have been a franchise they already own. God of War is already in a good position, and somebody would like to see a new type of multiplayer game brought out here, refined from something Sony already owned. Let's talk about another one, Last of Us. We knew that Last of Us 2 had a multiplayer mode in the works, but that was put to the sideline because it wasn't coming together the way that Sony and Naughty Dog wanted it to happen. I know, fair. Put it to the sideline, don't release crap. How can that game, The Last of Us multiplayer 2, how can that be canceled? And they realized that that wasn't coming together the way they wanted to, and Concord keep being developed for the last 8 years. What was happening during the development of Concord that they were like, yeah, this is coming along great. This looks like it's going to sell buckets of microtransaction and $40, and they looked at whatever was happening with Last of Us 2 multiplayer and they'd cancel it? Me and my friends used to get from work every day and get online and play hours of Last of Us 2, well, Last of Us multiplayer. We had to play together, be on voice chat. Once again, another game that you could have cosmetics. You could have those other ways of making money that some gamers out there like to spend their little coins on. Me personally, I don't buy cosmetics, so it doesn't make no difference to me. I don't need that stuff. But I know some of you guys watching this video, but I like to have my characters look pretty. Hey, do you. That's fine. Go buy your gun skin on your game. I don't need that. All I need is a good game. And we already know for a fact, you guys will look it back up, God of War Ascension, the multiplayer was decent. Last of Us multiplayer faction mode was fun. They got good reviews. Sony could have reinvented something we haven't seen from years from them for the fraction of the cost that this freaking Concord. I'm calling it a franchise, but it's not even a franchise. It has died before even gotten a chance to be a franchise. How could they spend multi-millions of dollars investing in this brand new IP that clearly was not going to be a hit when hero shooters are been on the decline since the announcement of Overwatch 2, guys? Like, everybody could have saw this writing coming, but somehow they didn't see it, and they kept putting money into that. And they've already canceled some of their other live service games that they were going to come out with. We know Marathon's on the way, and I'm just not hyped. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's just not what I want to see from... Not that it's not what I want to see from Sony. I just need a good game. And what I'm seeing right now with Concord, there was a lot of problems with some of how the... Forget how the characters look. Just those core problems with the games, from what I noticed, all right? So I feel bad for anybody personally, gamers out there. You guys always know this. I come from the gamer's point of view. If you bought this game physically... Please, I hope you bought this with a credit card, and I know it might be bad, but you might have to do a chargeback of the store. If Walmart, Target, GameSpot, GameStop, actually, don't want to give you that refund because the shrink wrap is gone, that might be the only way to get your money back, or maybe you could contact Sony customer support to give you a gift card or something, because if you bought this physical game, think about... I'm just sorry for any kid out there. For some reason, grandma, mom, dad saw this game. They knew they liked multiplayer games. This might be the next Fortnite, and picked them up for them. And the kid's about to find out hey, I'm enjoying this game, and then it suddenly gets taken away from them. And in the end, I know some of you guys might disagree with me. I actually do hope that Sony refines the game and puts it back out there for those players. For the players that are out there who cannot get the game refunded. There's not only adults, there's not only teens that have their money. There are going to be youngins out there, people in their teens where their family are buying their games, and those players might have enjoyed it somewhat if they could wait the 5 to 8 minutes to get into a match. And this might be that one game that they thought they were going to like. They like the look of the characters because maybe they like that, oh, it looks like Guardians of the Galaxy, but now the game's taken away from them. So Sony better do something if they're going to put this back out there, whether it's free to play, refine the way the characters look, the movement of the characters. So some of the characters just honestly move way too slow for me compared to how some other characters are very, very fast. And the kill confirm mode is wait, we're playing kill confirm as one of the main modes in the game rather than playing into aspect of playing together as a team. Call of Duty's been doing kill confirm forever, guys. Come on, think of other modes. And Sony has lots of other older IPs that had multiplayer that we haven't seen. My last game to mention on that is the Killzone franchise, the Resistance franchise. Halo is in a decline, Sony. Are you blind right now? Halo is on a downward slope at the moment. Last of Us is in an upward slope because of what we see with the TV show hype. The games are actually good. Gameplay wise, they're good games. Nobody could deny the gameplay in the Last of Us game. The story overall is great. So you cancel the Fractions multiplayer, and Halo out there is on a downward slope in media franchise, and the game is mediocre right now, and 343 is on the mess, and you're going to invest in not the older sci-fi franchise that you have like Killzone or Resistance and be like, hey, why don't we bring back these well-known names, use the branding, you got it. I'm okay, guys. I'm a sucker. You bring out a new Killzone good multiplayer game, I'm all for it. Some of you guys remember, I used to did a little bit of esports for Killzone. That was the only game I ever did any esport type thing before esports was even big. I played in competitions for Killzone's multiplayer because I like that type of stuff. But we don't got that for what Sony's going on right now. They're trying to do their esport, multiplayer, battle royale, heroes. They're trying to get into this space, and their space is hey, we make great single player game with great stories, and sometimes we put on a multiplayer that gets a hit. Use those great single player game franchises with those good stories back in the day, and put out a multiplayer version for that, and go from there. My personal opinion here, guys, I think Sony has a lot of old games to work with, and I think if they put those online, they'll be hits. But if they keep on trying to follow trends of other companies like Overwatch or Blizzard, oh man, come on, what were they thinking here, guys? You let me know your comment in the comment section below. What old franchise from Sony would you like to see a multiplayer version for in 2024, 25, or 26? You let me know in the comment section below. Later.